So, hello everyone. Welcome back to the next Dark Souls episode, where this time, surprisingly, I'm actually going to be getting into the combat and going into the first area of the game that isn't considered the tutorial section. Which is actually kind of funny that it took me 3 episodes to actually get into these parts of the game that aren't just meant to be not actual combat, basically. Of course, we're nowhere near a boss or anything like that, so I found that kind of funny. But it makes sense too with basically how long and drawn out this game is. Nothing is meant to be taken for granted. So today we're going to be going into the Forest of the Fallen Giants, which I think we're technically already in, but we haven't entered the, I guess you would call it the base area yet. And you'll know what I'm talking about in just a moment here when I actually get to that area. We're going to be working on taking out this big fella right here, first of all. And after that, we're just going to go into the rest of the level and basically just see how far we can get before the time is up. Ooh, forgot they were there. So, I really don't have a plan as to how much I'm going to accomplish in this episode. It just really depends on how much I die. I didn't think he'd be able to hit me because that rock thing, that was between us, but why'd that still hit me? The white knight that I was talking about just a moment ago actually might give me some trouble. The last time that I fought him, I got him in one go, but it's very possible that was a fluke or I just got lucky. I do seem to be getting better at this game though. When I first got it, I wasn't sure what to think of it. Because it is certainly a lot different than Dark Souls 1. But it's definitely growing on me and I'm learning to like it. Now, early on, this guy can be very tough. Ooh. I thought he was gonna get me there. I might try to get a backstab on him actually. But it might be tough too. Ooh, I forgot about that move. Gotta hit. Come on. Gonna try to heal up here. There we go. Switch to the life gems. Kinda scared to hit him. Should probably have my sword out though. I imagine that would help. Okay, so the second hit looks like it looks like it always staggers them. Got him. That's actually pretty cool since I didn't think that was gonna happen. That guy drops a sword. Let me show you. The Mighty Knight sword is basically the early game Drake sword of DS1, kind of. And here's the moveset. One-handed R1s. Two-handed R1s. Two-handed R2s. And then one-handed R2s. That's pretty cool. They got the little steppity step there. Right there. I never noticed that before. But if you're looking for a strong weapon for the first part of the game, that would definitely qualify. I'm not going to use it right now, mostly because I don't have the stats for it, but I'm actually rather fond of my broadsword here. I think there's a guy that's gonna ambush me. Oh no, that's not here yet. That's right here, I think, yeah. They actually put a lot of that into this game, little trap areas basically, where you've got to be really careful and know your surroundings, or something will hit you. And that does tend to make this game harder than Dark Souls 1. That's my opinion of it anyways. I think that it makes it harder than the first. My god. Guy attacks fast. Alright. This part is a little tricky sometimes, which is why I'm healing up. Because you're fighting these guys, but at the same time, you've got that guy throwing bombs at you while you're doing it, so I'm gonna try to avoid the fire. Looks like I was actually pretty successful in that. Alright. I guess going through the game twice before doing this is good practice. This guy doesn't even care about me. He's just chilling there, listening to the birds. Oops. That's what I was trying to do, if you're wondering. Okay, so that went pretty smoothly actually, which is pretty cool. And then there's gonna be our first bonfire. We'll go collect this item first. Witching urn. And then we'll head right in here to our first real bonfire. I know we were just at one, but that wasn't really a real place, I guess. It's kind of a weird way to say it, but I'll just say it wasn't an important place. Let's take a trip up here before we talk to the merchant. Oh yeah, that's right. I kind of forget what's in some of these places. shield repair powder. Oh, come on. Looks like I can't hit him. Hand axe. Let's try this. There we go. My god. There. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a lot of exploring in this game. A lot of looking around to see if I have collected everything and make sure I'm not missing any items. Estus flask shard. Awesome. Because this game really rewards some exploration, looking around to make sure you have seen or gotten everything in an area. And now we'll talk to this girl and hopefully she won't take too forever to say whatever.
Buy something, anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
Oh Lord, she is hollow as fuck. Look at those hands. There's no way she's human. I wonder if oh my Lord, look at that. It doesn't look like her voice matches up very well with her face. Man, she looks evil. Alright, let's talk to her for a little bit.
My name is Meridian. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Dranglake's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. When the giants crossed the sea. Seemed like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep. That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own. They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouting new life growing into a tree. But you know what they also say? Don't believe what an old hag says. It's high time that I pick up and move. I've a bargain for you next time we meet, my love. It's high time.
Okay. So yeah, that's the basic story behind this area. Is that there was some kind of War of the Giants that went on a long, long time ago. And from her, I'm just buying these two things. The Bear's Lock Stone, you'll see what that does in a little bit. And this is actually the blacksmith's key. It's kind of interesting that she has the blacksmith's key. I mean, you'd think she must have stolen it or something, and then she sells it on the side. It's kind of crazy. But we'll get him to open up his shop real quick.
I'm a blacksmith. Bring me that.
Oh yeah. And I can just loot his chest real quick as well for a bow. This chest is very easy to miss sometimes. Make sure you remember it if you need a bow early in the game.
Ah yes, very good. Now I can get to work. But first, let me set up. Come again later.
Alright. Well, get this Estus
Is that a
flask.
shard
Here, to see light, however faint.
And that'll give us 3 and early game, which is really good. It'll definitely come in handy. I guess this first area is kind of a doozy. Mostly just because. What's this girl doing?
It's high time of about lively time.
I'm surprised she hasn't moved to the new area yet. Which is going to be in Majula. In case you were curious. So I'm not going to be using a shield in this playthrough, which I guess some people find that a little odd. It definitely makes for a very different experience of the game, because there are blockers and there are dodgers, and I'm a dodger. I prefer to dodge out the way of everything. Alright. I think, yeah, we need a key for that. So, just head over here for now. There's gonna be a little area to the right here, that we're gonna go visit before we do anything else. For the sake of, exploring everything. They're all just like marching to their death. And that time in particular, they were like waiting in line to die. Yeah. 2 backstabs now. It's an annoying archer. Oh, another backstab though. Very nice. Heal up. Okay. It's a good idea to come into this place pretty early in the game. I won't tell you why. I'll just let you kind of find out from watching, which you'll see in just a second here. It won't take long. He started to do the backstab and then he stopped randomly. Okay. Before I go into that cave, I'm actually gonna go into this place right here. Because there's something we can loot down here, I believe, on the other side. Over here somewhere, yeah. Titanite shard. Now, the beginning of this game, for me, is going to be a little bit more interesting than normal, actually. Because I am not going to be upgrading my stuff early in the game. Actually, we're going to be killing, is it 2 or 3? Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's either 2 or 3 bosses that we're going to be killing. Before I actually upgrade anything. Which is going to put me at a bit of a handicap early on. Because I don't want to waste my shards, and I know I can deal with not having them. And there's a certain weapon that I want that on, and I'd rather use my shards on that and my armor rather than anything else. So now I'll have a chat with this chainmail guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, it's a good question. When I first came into this forsaken land, it was a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I've always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Lake, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen a jeweler? Well, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please. I'll be back in the gym. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure. I'll be perhaps...
Okay. So he just gave us a very helpful item. Back in Majula, there was a big building that was locked before. But now, since he just gave us that key, we'll actually be able to open it up. I should also note there isn't as much running around back and forth between places. When you get out of the starter area, basically, but the developers did it this way so that you'd be able to get a lot of Estus flasks, basically, if you explore the areas enough. There's also some other good shit in here. I believe there's a chest in this room. Oh no. But there's a lockstone. Interesting. I was watching a movie, or not a movie, a video from NVIDIA recently, and he was pointing out a certain book in this place. It's this book right always get lost in this house. That's downstairs. Let's go upstairs first. And there should be a chest in here. There is. Make sure it's not a mimic. Titanite shard times 3. Very nice. I was thinking I remembered a item that was on the outside there, but I guess I was wrong about that. I was just making it up. Okay. Let's go say hi to the skeleton. If any of you are wondering, I did not do this well on my first playthrough. Estus Flask Shard. My first playthrough was pretty much me dying by everything. Even the small enemies. Over and over and over. This item allows you to respec. Pretty cool. And speaking of pretty cool things, this item right here is, or are, the shattered remains of the Lord Vessel in Dark Souls 1. Some guy did a really close-up photo of this thing on the ground and compared it to the Lord Vessel. And sure enough, it was a near perfect match. And that guy's actually commenting on that. Look carefully. It's not rated very high, I'm guessing. A lot of people still don't know about that. But yeah. Alright, let's head back. Head back to the Forest of Fallen Giants. I think it's still called the Forest of Fallen Giants. Even at that bonfire. Yes, it is. Guess the whole area is the Forest of Fallen Giants. Okay. And we're gonna take a little trip down here. Actually, is there an enemy waiting for me? Does not look like there was. That's cool. I think there probably will be this time around now. Yes, there was. This is a little side area, basically. There's some cool loot and stuff like that for you to pick up. But it's not an important area, though. I wonder if I can... I don't know. Oops. It's kind of a bad spot to be fighting. I'm scared of falling off. Oh god. It's a really bad area, dude. Get out of there. My sword keeps hitting the thing when I try to swing. So I just end up getting wrecked. Okay, easy enough. Then we're pretty much gonna get bombarded when we go down here. By lots of them. Item. since they have to walk up it one at a time. Pretty cool. That guy doesn't even have a weapon. What a pathetic enemy. Alright, that goes all the way back to the top. There's something over here. Life gem. They certainly do give you lots of life gems right off the bat. For some reason, I don't remember this cave. I have a feeling it's an ambush, though. It's not. Huh. I was certainly thinking it was. Okay. Now I know that I'm going to get ambushed in the next place I'm going. But I don't know where the ambushers actually come from. So I guess I'll just have to make a run for it. This fire does not actually hurt you, even though it looks like it would. Yes, invincibility frames, baby. I think I remember, yeah. They just spawn out of nowhere. Try to get you. It's really a troll move on the developer's part. Oh, no, don't do that. I wanted the item. There we go. Alright. Oh. I was thinking that was an enemy at first. There's an item right there as well that I kind of want. Okay. So that's easy enough. That fire longsword that I just picked up is another weapon. That's pretty good when you're first starting out. Just like the Heidi Knight sword. Which I might end up using, I guess. Would probably be helpful. That guy had no idea what hit him. He was so confused. Not like how my backswing hit that guy. Plunging. Yes. Okay. So I cannot fucking believe it, but I just did a whole Dark Souls episode without dying. And I know, obviously, this is just the, like one of the starting points. Starting places, it wasn't anything special, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm surprised.
You. The name's Lenigrast. Just a simple blacksmith. And you are... another useless traveler. A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds. Oh, what does it matter? Go on, show me what you've got. Your equipment. Let me have a look. But do it quick. Drat. You're worse than my reckless daughter. Don't spend your whole life in transit, you hear? You'll need souls to repair and improve equipment. I know only of smithing, but souls have many other uses as well. Don't waste your souls on useless trinkets. Think before you spend. Equipment strengthened with rare orestone. But such orestone won't come easily. My girl knows her stones, and she's always out prancing about. Now, there's a time for travels, but you can't wander the world forever. Even you must have someone waiting back home. Drat. Don't spend your needs. I know. Just wait.
Okay. So we won't be upgrading anything right at the moment. Because this isn't the equipment I'm going to be using.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it. To see light, however faint.
The first thing that I'm going to do with leveling up is try to go for the minimums for the weapon that I want to use. And that's actually going to be just about it for this episode. I think I'll stay in Majula for the outro scene. And stand beside this girl for epicness. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, there will be more to come, so just